With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left. On the ground with a tight end. And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first carry for the Hall of Famer. Here's Marshall Faulk. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They hand off to their big tight end. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
Going for it with Sanders. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they'll look to pay it off on 1st down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll give to Faulk up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Now a give inside for Falk. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
His first carry, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He'll look downfield for Waller. It got his man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Hines. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Gano's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on them.
And now look at him go. The 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marshall Faulk, 78 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The Bengals drive about to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Guess who made the tackle? Yes, Reggie White.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers steps away to his left. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Rodgers now on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Darren Waller, 61 yards. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down, and back they go to Sanders.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a flag.
Pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
This is Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. Defensively, it was none other than Mean Joe Green making the tackle.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Darren Waller, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. They run with Hines.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now they'll empty out the backfield. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On the handoff, this is Falk. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. He's gonna have his running back. It's complete. Now he's gonna get this all the way down inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Slot man moves right.
Second down, and back they go to Sanders.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On the give, here's Falk, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Going for it with Sanders. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought...